When last we left, the party had made its way to El Terrell. Got a rather chilly welcome um, from the king, uh, Fabius, after Onthar had introduced him. After Onthar had introduced the party to Fabius, basically he told the party not one of the citizens is to get hurt by you or your dragons, or hell to pay. Sent you on your way. Mainly due to the party's diplomatic approach to the situation, and further solidified themselves in the eyes of Fabius when that night a rather large contingent of these insects that you have all been facing attacked the eastern wall, seemingly unorganized, just throwing themselves at the wall in the middle of the night. Morning comes. Onthard booked you a ship to take you to Eltro, take you to Baldur's Gate, which became your next destination after a conversation with a very interesting, mysterious figure who introduced himself as Xiaoming, who knew nothing else about it. Along with Leosin and Onthar discussing everything that you found in the Raiders' camp, showing the map and the trail that was very ambiguously just drawn on the map and circling Baldur's Gate. Together, all of you put together the fact that this is probably where the caravan of loot that the Cult of Dragons has been hitting city after city is going through. And after what Merrick had seen in the Raiders' camp, them getting up and collecting everything and shipping out so many days ago, you get the sense that beating them to Baldur's Gate is important. Because once the caravan goes through Baldur's Gate and comes out the other side, it will be nearly impossible to find it again and track where this loot is ultimately going. While in El Terrell, the party also encountered an FSC agent and had a conversation with him, seeing that he was distressed, and asked him what his distress was. He had lost a token, a very important thing to FSC agents, and noted that it was in a dragon graveyard. Party decided to go to Baldur's Gate instead and put that on hold. Sun shining, you were all introduced to the captain of the Long John, Captain Arabane, and boarded this longboat to sail down the Kyanthar River, Baldur's Gate, and that is where we left. You all stand on the deck of the ship, and several hundred feet to either side of you, you can see land. This is a very large river. And as you sail down, the day is yours. What would you like to do?
Merrick will ask the captain permission to climb up in the rigging and survey the area.
Captain kind of like looks at you, shrugs. Be my guest.
Thank you. This is a great trip. I've not been on such a big ship before. Just kind of
Make it
acting a little awestruck.
really ironic coming from you.
I know,
So
it's funny.
roll a perception check for me.
All right. And yeah, he's going to have Velocinar just scramble up with him or going to climb up. Perception, you said?
Yeah, make a perception check for me.
All right. But he's kind of tracking into what's going on, where he's at, anything, just tuning in with the layout of the land. That's what he's worried about, and that's where he's at.
So, you do see something. Only briefly. Under the ship, in the water, about 30, 40 feet off, you see something rather large just under the boat.
Okay. Really big fishy. Maybe. All right. He just kind of notes it. He's just taking that in as part of the surroundings, unless something tings with him as in this is a threat. He's just making note of it.
With that 19, as you continue watching, about 45 minutes later, you see a similar shape on the other side of the boat. And as you watch it, it's a little bit larger, and then you realize two just dive down deeper into the water. Two of these shapes.
All right. Now, when you say larger, are we talking like in the 10, 15 foot large, 5 foot large, because I mean, just a rough.
It's tough to tell with the refraction, but I mean, if you had to guess, 5 to 15 feet, anywhere in there.
Okay, all right, yeah. I mean, yeah, because water's hard to tell, but yeah, just
I mean, like as a ranger, rivers can be home to some pretty big fish.
Yeah. So, all right. At some point, he's going to climb down and, Captain. And he's going to kind of like, hey, I'm new to this. What are these things that are in the water? Asking for just a simple explanation, like it's normal.
It's not probably fish.
You got some big fish in this river. Kind of, you like boats.
Or yeah, it's a big river.
Okay, all right, just checking. I've seen some weird stuff lately. And he goes back up, and he'll go back up and watching the rigging, kind of keeping an eye out for anything that he can see that way. And he's just gonna watch.
Okay.
And he's just gonna mention it to Taz and Omari.
Okay.
The baby's free to explore as long as she keeps up with the ship.
Okay. Yeah. I would say that she could probably fly and keep up with the ship for pretty easily, but it is takes some doing. So probably an hour at a time, an hour rest in between.
Yeah, it's whatever she wants. And wants to get food or whatever.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, she and Velocinar can,
the three of them
hunt ahead of the boat.
Okay. I'll the game's on pause, by the way, so you guys,
Okay.
I just realized that, so free to move about the cabin. Please.
We're all on the landing homepage.
Yeah. So,
You click on the little swirl in the center and it'll take you to the active page, which
Nope.
should be active.
No, it's the long john. It works.
There we go.
All right, so yeah, how's up here? Highest point that you can get to comfortably on the mast.
Okay. The crew are moving around, doing what they do. There's a rather gangly looking man, straight back posture, um, a bunch of scrolls under his arm, little what's that French hat,
Hooray.
beret. Um, there's another guy that is really kind of old and salty looking. Clothes are torn to shit. Like he just doesn't care anymore. Um, there is a a woman that is built like a brick shit house, um, carrying several things from to and fro. Uh, Lightish green skin. You gather some kind of half orc. Um, and that's all you can see at the moment. Captain Arabane himself is probably mid 30s, late 40s, and clean shaven, long black hair, tri-corner hat, the full deal, trench coat, very captain-esque. But also you get the sense just from how he is, just talking to him, and in general, he's probably not ever been the pirate sort. Just takes on the aesthetic.
Okay. And I see, like, you know, Maris looking at these. I see shields and stuff on the, you know. So this thing is like armed, defensive.
Oh yes.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. All right. All right.
Yeah, you don't see any ballista or anything like
No.
that?
Yeah, but I mean, it's like, you know, that's they got some kind of preparation going on anyway, just in case. All right.
Yep. So as you guys move around the ship, the hatches here and here are open, and you have seen crew go up and down.
And how long is
You
our journey
stand-
going to take? Oh, sorry.
Oh, um, Captain says about if all goes well, about 3 days. But if weather turns for
Where do we sleep?
below deck,
Oh, cool. Check it out. And off you go.
I'll go down too.
Okay. Is this like his cat quarters?
Not this way.
yes. Yep.
All right.
Captain quarters.
Sorry there, bud. I don't think that's for us, is it? And he wanders off.
Is there anything you guys are looking for particularly?
This is all new. Mary's going to look into every nook and cranny like, oh, this is cool.
Mhm.
Yeah, why not? Ooh.
Merrick, as you descend the stairs, it's not shown on the map, but you do see that Entaz. This whole section is just lined with hammocks.
Oh, okay. All right.
Pick your pick. And you also both see a older man that you recognize sitting on like bags of rice, reading a book over little half moon glasses. And he looks up. Ah, you've arrived. Good. And you see Alessander sitting bags of rice.
Umari, you just hear Merrick yell, Umari, come here.
I was trying.
Yeah.
Umari, as you descend the stairs, you see Alessander sitting there with a little book in his lap. Small satchel at his side. And greets you with a very old man warm smile.
What book you reading?
Nothing too interesting. It's the life of worms.
You're right.
Fascinating creatures.
Refresh my memory. This was the old man in the house.
Yes.
Yeah,
So-
the important guy.
What was his first name?
Alessander.
Alessander. That's it. Yeah.
I'm sorry, out of character. Were we expecting him to be on this boat?
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah, him. Yeah. He couldn't be important.
I was looking through the NPCs that I didn't see him. That's why I was asking.
He's like, "Oh, you get around. This is interesting."
I do try to make it a habit to be where I say I will be.
So are we on the right track so far? Just blatant.
He kind of looks around to the boat. It would seem so. Come,
Are we?
I could use some sunlight.
It's a hell of a view if you feel like climbing, but
I'm gonna relax and find a cot and maybe pull open the book on dragons, the Derugal Scientia.
Mhm.
Do some
I
reading.
wander. All right, I'm gonna wander up and I'm just gonna kind of follow Alessander.
Yeah, I'm too. This middle level's giving me.
Walk to the middle stairs and get next to it, then click it.
Oh. Got it. Thank you.
Man, harmed.
So, as you are all gathered, are you staying in a cot, Taz, down in the bottom?
I'll come upstairs for now.
It's up to you. You said you wanted to read the book.
Yeah, I'll come hang with you guys for a bit.
Alessander goes over to each of the dragons. Goes to Baby and Foten and Baldasnar to give them a bow and greets them in that same language that you heard before. The immediate sense you get is that he is just enjoying himself. He's just staring out and looking around at the horizon. Then he turns to you.
Oh, good. Sorry. Go.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. And he waits expectantly.
I don't recall the language. Was it Draconian or was it a different language that we
Draconic?
didn't? Draconic, sorry, that we didn't know.
It is draconic. And
Okay.
through your dragons, you all understand. What he says is, Bienvenid Durugal Skolt, which in your brains translates to welcome or hello, salutation, dragon hatchling. But
Also,
the
I don't.
draconic that you're hearing it's like it's hearing French versus French Canadian.
Hmm.
There's something weird.
So only Kevin can understand.
No, because through yeah.
C'est vrai, toutes les personnes ici sont très fous.
Merrick climbs up into the main stays for the mast just to use it, and he's kind of like standing on the rail, hanging onto the ropes. And he's like, "This has got a heck of a view." I got a question. How come everybody thinks dragons are pets? It doesn't make any sense.
I don't think dragons are pets. Though I do understand why. Many do. Or could mistake it. Those that do not understand the dragon and what they are often do not understand that there is an intelligence often greater than their own looking back at them. People see dragons as animals.
That's a shame. I can't wait to see where he takes me. He kind of nudges Velocinar. This is going to be fun. And then he just watches.
I think it would be interesting to see where you take each other. It is no accident that I am here. I told you I would meet you where you would next be going. My hope was on this very ship. I'd like to take the time as we travel to train you on a few things, if none of you object.
Let's do it.
Yeah, we haven't done that meditation thing. It's just not, yeah, it's hard. He's got to laugh. Been a little busy.
Indeed. But before we do, I must correct an oversight. And he turns to the three dragons and sits Indian style and pulls out a little satchel in front of him and kind of gathers them all in front of him like children, or invites them to sit in front of him. It occurred to me after you left that I had forgotten a very important thing. That you are dragons. And dragons have hordes. It would be my honor to give you from my own collection the start of your very own hordes. However, no, none of these things, though they are all magical, do anything in particular. They are just for you to covet and hold dear. And he pulls out in front of Lofoten what looks like at first a snowball, but it's just ice, solid ice, contained in a glass case and held, and hands it to Lofoten. This is a piece of permafrost that will never melt from the highest peak in the furthest north. I collected it myself. He looks to Baby and pulls out a vial that is, the bottom of the vial is metal, and the top of it is glass, or looks like glass, and it's stoppered with metal. It's a weird vial that you've never seen before. And inside of it is this swirling red lava-like substance. This came from the heart of one of the oldest living fire dragons that I knew before he passed. He gave it to me for safekeeping, and now I give it to you. And to Volasnar, he turns. And hands a small box. It's a little wooden box with all sorts of little things carved on it. This was given to me by one of the greatest bards that I ever knew. The chap was very fond of practical jokes. If you open it, a new fun thing pops out every time, and different every time. I think the last time I opened it, it told me a joke. And he slides it towards Bonson.
You can imagine a dragon smiling, he would, and opens it right there.
Immediately spring snakes. Just spring snakes just pop out.
He tries to maintain his dignity as a dragon and closes it and looks at brain part. What's his name?
Alessander.
Lysander. That was and he just he just chuckles. If you could imagine a dragon chuckling, and kind of gives him a bow.
Now, out of the way, let's begin. And takes you through a montage of training between dragon and rider. Explains all the things that were questions. If you have as a player, to like, now's the time to get the answer. The strange feeling when you eat and they eat, and that inner something or other, the connection, mind to mind, explains all of this, runs through the theory, then runs you through practice, walks you through the meditation again, walks you through some of the things that you'll run into with when they get bigger. Flight, riding. What comes, you're going to start riding them first before they can carry you in flight.
Okay.
So what questions at all do you have about being a rider that he could answer in this moment and in this span that takes the first day?
Similarities to riding a warhorse, other than the verticality of it.
Runs you through things like with a horse, you use your knees and you compress, and there's slight adjustments with the reins. With a dragon, you don't have reins. Everything is in the pressure of the knees. It's a lot like Mongolian archery riding, right? Everything is in your waist, your hips, your heels, and how you compress your knees and all of that stuff. It runs you through that. Runs you through the fact that dragons have scales and horses don't. So whatever kind of saddle you make, it cannot be a regular horse saddle.
Right.
It has to be a specialized made saddle, and there are not a lot of leather workers out there that can do it. Only the people who have been doing it for years can do it. It's possible to find somebody who's never made one to make one on the fly, but they have to be really experienced.
On the fly.
On the fly.
Merrick asks about.
And then
Oh, go ahead.
the difference, one more thing, the difference between riding when you're on the ground is also different from the saddle that you would need for flying.
Right. The animal moves different. The straps can't be in the same place.
Yes.
That actually makes
So,
perfect sense.
runs you through all that. So when you guys run into that, you'll know all about that. That's the first piece. Go ahead. What's the next one?
He actually, hearing this line of thought and conversation, Merrick's like, I can just tie a loose rope around his neck and practice a lot, can't I?
He looks at the size of the dragon currently.
Not now. He laughs. Not now.
When he gets older. Yeah.
Like,
When?
what's the minimum size?
Because of the way dragons are built, as soon as they're big enough to carry you, like they can carry you.
Mhm. Oh, is that like years away, months away? How long is this gonna, before they can actually, it's
He tells you that from his experience as a rider.
Level 6.
You're out of game. It's level. I think it's level 7 or 8.
Okay. All right. So that's you got to work towards that. That's a lot of training.
Yeah, there's going to be a tipping point.
Yeah,
where
gotcha.
they're going to be just not quite big enough. Like
Which
if
kinda
you
makes
sat
sense,
on
yeah.
them, your
Yeah.
feet touch the ground. They could carry you, but not really well. You would have to hold your feet up because they're
Like
just
riding
not
a Shetland
up.
pony.
Yeah.
Right,
They've got the
yeah.
strength. They just don't have the size yet.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
Are you aware of any other than a saddle, any other items, magical or not, that assist in flying performance, that can boost a dragon's flying performance? Or is it just they're born with whatever they've got?
Training. So he walks you through, like, he knew some riders that had trained with their dragons to do barrel rolls just constant. They could just do that and then stop without being dizzy. So there are certain flying maneuvers that you can take the time to train with your dragon on doing, so that you're not just stuck to whatever flight
Okay,
patterns
all right.
the dragons normally have.
So do most dragons have specialties in there? Like what type of flying they like to do, or is it kind of you can learn it all?
Any dragon, as far as flying goes, certain dragon types have an affinity for digging. Like they'll have a digging speed or a swimming speed. But when it comes to flying, dragons are built pretty equally across the board in terms of like how they evolved. Like they're just they're all really good flyers. If you take the time, you can teach them and yourself how to fly and do really specialized stuff.
Okay.
All right, now looking at Velocinar, this is kind of, he's got a climbing speed.
Mm-hmm.
So I like envision him like going around scaling buildings on the ground and, you know, very non-aerial of a dragon, but, you know, definitely able to fly, but that's just kind of, he's going to be pushing some different directions with it.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, definitely. And using, and he kind of goes back and forth for you to describe that he knew that there were some dragons where their riders were monks.
Okay.
And the monks had taught the dragons how to essentially do Step of the Wind using their flight very, very low to the ground. So they could run
hell
and
yeah.
use their wings at the same time.
Right.
Right.
Very
So
specialized
you know,
flying style, but yeah.
whatever kind of
Okay.
thing,
All right.
the sense you get is very, very flexible in terms of what you want to teach your dragons to be able to do and have you do it with them.
And we have till level 6 to figure out what we want to do. So,
You
or
just
7,
have to
rather.
decide
Yeah.
how
Okay.
you want to be able to specialize yourself in whatever you want to do
Okay. All right.
in terms of combat. He also, when you guys start getting into the meditation, brings into it the idea of aether, which is a concept that none of you have really heard of. Aether, he describes as there's divinity magic, there's arcane magic, there's all of these different fields of magic study. But all of them come from aether and manifest in those ways. A dragon's core is built of aether. The Draconis Fundamentum, that thing in their heart of hearts, their soul of soul, that actual physical organ thing in them is made of aether, but of a particular persuasion.
Gotcha.
So for Volasnar, it's poison, it's acid, it's all of those things
Yeah.
that fuel his breath power, his affinities to types, his like everything about Volasnar comes from that.
Okay.
And your connection to him, you feel that, and that is what you're tapping into. He describes aether as these motes that when you're meditating that float all around. Magic is everywhere. And being able to concentrate and find these particular motes and forge your dragon's core of these types. So for baby, forging fire into baby's aether core is essentially just pulling fire aether from the air, from around, and forging it in and growing it, making it bigger. This is why your dragons grow so fast, so exponentially faster than the wild dragons.
Oh, gotcha.
Wild
Okay.
dragons do not have humans to forge. The moats just naturally come to the core.
And not all
It's a
dragons
much
do this.
longer time.
And not all dragons do this, is what you're saying. When you talk about
No,
wild
it's just a
dragons.
natural, it's not a thing that they do. It's just a natural thing that happens as they grow. Like the reason that dragons grow is because they absorb these moats from the world around them, but they also absorb moats that don't belong to them.
Okay.
Fire dragons will absorb ice moats, right? It still grows their core, but it's like an impurity in
No, I get you. I get you. I
a
get you.
metal ingot. And the process of meditation is cleansing and forging. It's pulling the impurities out of your dragon's core and forging into it the things that
Yep. No, I
match.
got you. I got you. I got you. Cool.
Now, all that said, after an entire day of this,
Hmm.
the meditation itself, when you guys are done, after an hour, you are sweating bullets. Part of the cleansing process is breathing in these impurities yourself and breathing them out of yourself. So you're pulling them out of your dragon and breathing them out of you.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
And it
All right.
is awful. It's like a smoker's cough every time.
All
So
right.
you're meditating and you're breathing this in and coughing it out for an hour. And then you focus in and forge your dragon's core to be stronger and bigger. And as you feel this, you feel your connection with the dragon grow. You feel yourselves grow. At the end of this, is there any other things that you guys want to touch on?
I do. I just want to ask if the canister that Afoten received with the permafrost.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna ask Alistar,
Alexander?
Alexander. So Alexander, that permafrost. Is this something that I should be with our training that we were just doing and our meditation? Should I be somehow getting this into my dragon?
As you say that, he says, can you, what did you say? Hang on one second. Can you, ah, yes, will do. One sec.
Sorry, I didn't mean
Now,
to
anybody
throw
that
you off.
hovers, anybody that hovers over Alexander can read his name and know who he is. So, thank you for calling that out. As you say this, he instructs you to close your eyes, and immediately, after all of this meditation and this strain, you're like, oh, god damn it. And Lofoten, and you notice Velisnar and Baby are not really affected by the meditation process. They don't get like super tired like you do. Close your eyes and find the moats. And at this point, you know what he's talking about. What you realize, as he says, focus on the permafrost. It is like a concentrated beehive of these frost motes for you to pull from.
Okay.
Each of you, as he points this out to all of you, the gifts he gave do the same thing. When Taz, you look at the gift for baby, it is just buzzing with fire motes around it. It's like they're attracted to this thing. And becomes a lot easier for you to pull these motes and forge them to your dragon's core, rather than searching and finding. So it doesn't necessarily do anything.
It's kind of like a salt lick for deer, but it never empties.
There you go.
Yeah,
Got it.
like a magnet.
Okay, I'm gonna take it from Lafode and pat him on his head and put it in my backpack.
Okay.
It's kind of another question. Where would they store their hoard? They have no pockets.
He answers by saying they are dragons. And in addition to hordes, they also have territories. As their riders, it falls to you to help them figure out where that is.
You realize that at the end of every meditation, when it's time we know it's done, I'm going to open that stupid box and pull out something funny. No matter how ridiculous it is, which I'm sure a few times it will be, just,
One time you open the box and it's the confetti.
Yeah,
Right.
just
Another
whatever
time
dumb
you
crap. Yeah, it's always going to be something ridiculous. I'm good with that. That's going to be very interesting, because that combined with like acid and ground and okay, it's weird, but it'll be fun.
You do notice, Merrick, as you look at this box, that it is extremely intricate. There are little engravings and pockets, and like it's not just a straight box. It is a masterwork piece.
Right.
That the closer you look at it, the more you wonder.
This is a marvel. Just unearthly, awesome, incredible, and yeah.
There's something more to this box than just a novelty thing.
Yeah. I'm sure. Yeah. Merrick's just gonna trust fate to figure it out later. Like, this looks important.
As the day comes to a close after all of this, I'd like to welcome you to level 5.
Ooh.
Oh shit. Sorry.
Now I gotta figure out that stuff.
Yeah, let's see. Oh. Do I get an extra attack now as a ranger, or is that strictly fighters and paladins? Anyway, I'll figure it out.
As the day draws on.
On the fly. Thank you, DM. That was nice.
Spend some time polishing the armor, maintaining,
Oh wow.
fixing straps, anything that needs done.
Absolutely.
America's actually going to like go around and ask where everybody's from and just kind of get like who are these people type feel for it. This feels like that's about it. Just kind of checking out everything.
Yeah, absolutely. The run through is, I will reveal everybody's name. Um, I think most of them I did. You meet
Okay.
Jacques. Essentially, he's the person who keeps track of. He's the quartermaster, keeps track of everything. Make sure that everybody's doing what they need to be doing to make sure the ship's running, all that shit.
This is a small merchant vessel.
Yeah, you meet Klein, you meet Dottie, you meet everybody, and Klein is a man of few words. He's not very talkative, but you mention, name some things that you talk about him too.
Well, yeah, I'd find out where he's from, and just wherever that leads to. Just it looks like a kind of he's not a soft man, right? All right, so I'm used to the rugged individual, so yeah, he'll kind of focus on him.
Yeah, he reminds you a little bit of I'm forgetting it's the man from Home.
Yes.
Outcast who came from the outworld, right?
Yes.
So he reminds you of him a little bit.
See, for the family where he comes from, he's got to be like a legend to them, I would think.
Yeah.
We know who he is.
Absolutely.
Basically, yeah. Okay.
So that guy back in Shimmer Falls is.
Yeah.
I gotta find his name now. That's gonna drive me
nuts.
I
know it's but no, I looked up all about him. And that's why I'm like, ooh, okay, he's interesting.
Dolan, yeah, Dolan,
Dalen Dolan. So yeah, I've written him letters.
He came from a place that was very mysterious. Like, came to introduce himself to Shimmer Falls when you were a kid, and has seen some shit.
He just became
brought all of that with it, and since has become like the local bard, quote unquote. He's not a bard, but he's the storyteller. He's the guy who loves to play with the kids but hates the grown-ups. That kind of guy. And Klein kind of reminds you of that.
Okay.
Dottie is very quiet, very shy, very very diminished in her appearance, even though she's this brick shit house of a woman. She's very soft spoken, very polite, very cordial, that kind of thing. So and then the guy down below, Boulder, is this huge bundle of personality. He's an absolutely, he loves talking to you, loves even the fact that you introduced yourself and wanted to talk to him. Pretty built, pretty stocky, tall dude, shaved heads, mohawk type thing down to a ponytail, but just fun.
Yeah, so, we're gonna be on this boat for 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, he wants to kind of, like, what else are you gonna do? You just get to know everybody. Yeah.
And Taz and Umari, as you kind of walk around, you hear Merrick, you know all of this too. You hear it and you see it, even if you don't necessarily talk to them directly. If you do, then you kind of pick up the same stuff. You do notice that the crew during the first couple hours is very uncomfortable with the dragons, giving them wide berths, walking way around. And then as they see you all, the 6 of you and Alessander, doing this weird training on the middle of the deck, a couple of them, they like watch you. They're curious and start to drop that wall a little bit, and after half a day, none of them pay the dragons any mind. The dragons have just kind of become passengers on the ship. And Dottie, actually, at some point along the way, looks to Baby and directly to her says, "Excuse me," as she's going by, and acknowledges Baby.
I'm going to, at some point, I'm going to sit down with some coins in front of me. And with Baby there, I'm going to use my artisan's blessing. And I'm going to try and make a mini little dragon helm.
A mini dragon helm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Something that can just go over the...
Sure.
And just see how she handles it.
Okay.
Just kind of like preparing for the future.
Don't worry, I'm just testing. Just bear with me. So what does, first of all, what does the artisan's blessing or artificer's blessing do?
I linked it there. It can create any non-magical item worth less than 100 gold pieces, such as a weapon, suit of armor, ammunition, tools, any metal object.
Easy enough at this size. Like she's definitely small enough that you make a little helm. For shits and giggles, give me a what would this be? Give me an intelligence check or a
Well, is there a tool? Do you have tools? As a
yeah,
skill?
I mean, it's a magical thing, right?
It's magical, yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah, that's interesting.
As a
So
as a wisdom caster, it would probably be wisdom as opposed to intelligence.
yeah. So give me a
I'm also
I try not to look at that.
Smith's tools.
Yeah.
I try not to look at that. I try to think about what makes sense and then ask for that. But yeah, go ahead and just give me a straight whiz roll. Straight wisdom, just for shits and giggles for the first round, for the first try at this. Not bad. Yeah, even the first draft is like you get her proportions almost spot on. And there's a little flair to it, and like, what does it look like?
It's not going to be menacing at all. It's almost going to be like a gestures hat, right? I don't want Baby to look menacing, basically, right? So it's kind of rounded. It's no flat, really harsh angles on it.
Yeah,
like a carnival mask.
Yeah.
Anymore?
Yeah.
I didn't want to see the gestures. No. Break my brain every game.
Oh man, that's amazing. I'll just leave it there. That's awesome. So
Right back.
Taz, I'm sorry, Merrick and Umari, are you guys doing anything as the night closes? It is sunset and things are winding down. You guys are chit-chatting. Your training is done. You feel much stronger and much more capable, but you're tired.
Yeah, I was about to do something with Alessandre, but I just forgot. It was at the tip of my tongue. I was gonna ask him something.
Oh, we can come back to it. Chris, are you there?
Okay. Okay.
Merrick?
Yeah. I'm listening in. I had to make a break.
Okay. And what, if anything, are you doing as the night closes? Other than, you've talked to everybody, the sun is setting.
Are there any hammocks up on top on the deck here, or do we have to go underneath?
Um, there's no hammocks up on the deck, but when you were down below, you saw that the hammocks were just kind of like tied off. I don't think anybody would like say anything if you took one and just brought it up.
And the weather looks good.
It seemed, make a nature check for me. Yeah, it seems totally fine.
Okay. I'll go down and grab a hammock. I'm gonna sleep up here, and I'll start setting it up, kind of near the front of the boat.
All right. Sounds good.
I'm just going to go down below.
Oh, I remember what I was gonna ask.
You have this eagle eye.
Yeah. Okay, hold on one second, Merrick. Go ahead.
I was just
Umari.
going to say, I've seen Umari do this. Merrick's just going to go down and crash in a bunk.
Okay, great.
All right, so that's
Umari.
Okay, I'm gonna go up to Alexander, and in Draconic, I'll speak to him in Draconic, since I know it, and I'll ask him, can dragons learn other languages? Can I teach my dragon common?
He kind of tilts his head down at you, looking over his glasses. And that wise old man kind of look away. He says, "You can teach your dragons anything you want, and anything that they want to learn."
Wonderful, thank you. And he'll go get his cot or hammock.
And he adds that because you know common, they know common.
Oh, perfect.
And to remember that whatever you know, Lofoten knows. And whatever Lofoten knows, you know.
I see. That's even better.
Teach each other.
All right, I'll call Lofoten over and come on, buddy. Let's go to bed.
He kind of looks around and says, "I'm rather tired myself." And goes down with you and bunks up. As the night comes to a close, we will take our break here. We'll do a 10-minute break. Each of you now also has in your features a new thing, except for you, Taz.
new thing. Where? What?
There you go. I would like everyone to roll me a d4, please. Roll me a d4 and add your Constitution modifier.
Boom.
Jeez, I'm not gonna roll
Mine or
one.
Lofoten's?
Players only. So
What am I
Merrick,
doing?
Taz, Umari. Merrick, Taz, Umari. You already rolled yours, so that's fine. We
I
can
mean,
take
I
the
rolled
What am I rolling?
we can take
A
the 4. Yep,
Yeah.
a d4.
Okay.
All right. Great. Taz. Not bad.
+3.
Yep. Merrick. Again, not bad. Really good rolls, guys. All right. And
Holy crap.
okay. Close. And Mari. And
Okay.
give me 1 second. Damn it, Umari. Yeah.
What did I do?
I'm gonna change your I'm gonna change your character sheet for you. Hang on 1 second.
What's wrong with it?
There's a specific thing going on.
What is it?
It's on your attributes. I will add the thing you had after. But I have
Oh,
to
there
change.
they are. Okay. Oh, ether points. Okay.
Did I delete something?
No, I deleted something that I'm gonna add after. It's your aether points.
Okay.
So
Oh.
you
It's a resource
got
counter.
2. Holy shit, you all got the same fucking thing. What are the odds? All right, that's great. So
I think you're good.
we're going to get some music going again. Now, as we dive back in, you guys wake in the morning and feel you do feel the difference after all that training in your bodies, in your soul, in your connection with your dragon. Everything just feels stronger. You're still tired, but you feel stronger. In journals, in handouts, there is now a new mechanic introduced. These are aether mechanics. I'm going to run through this as quickly as I can. You guys can go into a detail, but here it is in a nutshell. Fatigue is a new mechanic. It is separate from exhaustion, which means that these two things can stack.
Gotcha.
I would not be able to introduce this mechanic without Foundry. I would not ask you to track it. I would not try to do it. But because of Foundry, everything is done for you. As you use your aether points to do things, it will automatically apply the condition. It will automatically give you fatigue points based on the number of aether points you use.
Okay. Thank you.
There are 5 levels. It's a -1d to d20 rolls for each level. Super straightforward. But like I said, it can stack with exhaustion. So if you have exhaustion and fatigue points, it fucking sucks real quick.
Gotcha.
Removing fatigue is just as easy as fatigue comes on. Eating, drinking, sleeping. The same way that our bodies rejuvenate are the same ways that you alleviate fatigue and rejuvenate your bodies and your aether points. There's a detailed list of how that happens mechanically. When you do this, let me know, and I will remove the fatigue points.
Gotcha.
Using Aether points. You can use these Aether points because they are the essence of magic in ways that you could not do with any other type of magic. You can use them like sorcery points. And if you have sorcery points, you can use them in addition to your current sorcery points. You can use them like key points. If you have key points, you can use them in addition to your key points. You can also use Aether points to add a 1 or a 2, so 1 point or 2 points, to any d20 roll you want. So if you're right on the edge and you can't push through that shield, you can pull on your dragon's core to jam down and take out the enemy and push just past their AC.
Okay, so this is always, I can use these after the roll.
After the roll.
Okay.
Okay. Question.
You don't have to call it. It is
Gotcha.
you are in locked combat and you are pushing down and trying to get through to make the hit. You're just there. You need that little extra. The core can strengthen you and give you that extra bit to make that
Mechanically, if I'm at an 18 and I push for 2 points of it, knowing there's going to be a price, does that make it a crit?
So a natural 20 is a natural 20.
Right.
Right? There's
not a dirty 20.
There's the modifier. Yeah. It's not a dirty 20.
Okay. All right. That's making sure.
Exactly. Yep. A natural 20 still stands as a natural 20. If you are a spellcaster and you have spells that require concentration and or distance from you, you can also use your Aether points to boost your spell casting. You can increase the distance of your spells depending on the points that you spend to do it. You can increase the duration that you concentrate on something. So if the spell allows you to only concentrate for a minute, you can spend a point to give yourself 1 more turn. You can spend, or 2 points to give yourself 1 more turn. You can spend several more points, way more points than you are capable of right now, to give yourself an extra minute. All of these things. Go ahead.
You go ahead. All of these things, what?
All of these things are possible. And more.
Gotcha.
If you guys decide that you roll a nat 20, and on top of a nat 20, you want to spend Aether points to do something, like go fucking nuclear, it's possible. As a dragon rider, you have abilities and capabilities that no wizard, no sorcerer, no monk, no fighter across the continent has in their wildest dreams. Even at your lowest levels, you are immediately much more powerful than those of your peers. And you can do some amazing shit. But you have to practice, and you have to be aware that with Aether points, it comes at a cost. The fatigue. Whereas your sorcery points don't. So use it strategically. Use it well.
Gotcha. All right.
We ready to get back in?
I think so. All right. This is interesting. All right.
Day 2. As you guys sail down the Kyanthar River, Captain Arabane is stalwart and stoic, as it does not look like he has slept, and stayed at the helm to keep the course true throughout the night. The rest of the crew, you do notice, are keeping an eye on him, as this seems to be a regular occurrence.
Okay.
Particularly Jacques is staying rather close to Arabane, ready to take over should he decide to go to his captain's quarters for the day. You have not seen Alessandra for the better part of the morning.
Okay.
Is there anything that anybody is doing first thing in the morning as we awake to the new day?
Yeah, I am. I'm gonna
Okay.
make it a this is gonna be a pattern that I'm gonna set throughout this campaign. That if we wake after a long rest, and we're not in a dangerous spot, that I'm going to train with my dragon for an hour in the morning as my morning exercise.
Amazing. We'll touch base on that later. That's awesome. Merrick, anything?
He's looking at a list of spells, and yeah, that's about mentally. He's
Sure.
he's like,
No
all right,
worries.
all right.
Taz,
I'll drop him into my sheet as I'm ready. But yeah, no, I'm good.
go for it.
Going to see how baby likes her new little helmet, and maybe send her out and see if she can dive and catch her some fish.
All right. Two things. One, how do you see baby reacting to this? What kind of how does her personality mesh with the mask that you've made?
I think she would be intrigued, kind of like bling to make her pretty.
Yeah.
Really, no one wants to show it off, kind of deal.
So, Volasnar and Lapotin, you see baby kind of like prancing her new bling in front of you guys.
Losnar's just kind of like, well, okay. He's just kind of shaking his head at her. Just weird.
As baby dives into the water, takes off the side of the ship. Make a perception check for me, please. With baby.
The baby. Not overly perceptive.
As she dives in, this particular section of the river is rather shallow. And as the boat is going through, she dives under and is able to see that the boat is only about a foot from the bottom. There is just mud kicking up everywhere. It is very, very hard to see. She doesn't see any fish. She doesn't see any... She can see the general outline of the boat and where the bottom is. That's about it. Baby comes back up empty-handed.
Okay.
After hang on. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So, after a couple hours, you all see Alessander come up. Again. uh, totally refreshed and feeling it gives off this feeling of contentment. And he stands once again where he was at the bow, just below the helm of the ship. And gathers you all around for day 2. All 6 of you. And begins to walk you through, seemingly knowing that you are in a different space and feeling more capable. Umari, he takes you and shows you how to use the Aether Points to extend your spells out off the side of the ship. Basically points out to somewhere and says, hit that thing that he tosses off on the side of the boat, and it's just outside your spell range. And as you feel the distance spell release, and it's not going to hit, he instructs you how to pull from your dragon's core and push the spell a little bit further than it should be. And as you do that, you immediately feel yourself get hungry, thirstier than you've ever been, like you've been in the desert for a day, and your knees are a little weak. Like it's like, whoa, that just took a lot to push that, but you did it, and you hit it.
Nice.
Merrick, as he instructs you to do a similar thing with your bow, and you pull from your dragon's core to direct the arrow to the target despite the wind. From a distance, you see the arrow get pushed by a force of nothing and thud right into the target, floating in the sea, floating in the river. Taz, he instructs you as you, from the deck, cast Bless on as many as you can. And you hold your normal amount of concentration. And as it starts to wane, he pushes you even further and says, draw from the dragon. And you're able to hold the Bless spell much longer than you normally would. And then as you release it, you immediately, bend over and you are starving. Halfway through the day, you guys are all eating like you've not eaten in an entire day. And you all feel that same feeling of rejuvenation and the same thing from the dragon when they eat. You feel that connection.
So we do notice a similar impact on the dragon when we were doing that. Do they look tired, or do they look hungry, or I mean, we could ask them. I would imagine we'd be able to talk to them. Like, are they feeling that? I'd be asking Lafoten, hey, are you feeling the way I'm feeling right now? Are you getting a little hungry, or are you getting tired right now?
They, as you ask this, they sort of feel it, but not to the impact that you do. It's like you as the rider are taking that just naturally, the brunt of that. Okay. Even though you're drawing from them, the impact of it sits with you as the rider.
Okay.
They aren't being affected by it. Hours of this go by. It is about 5 in the afternoon, a little after 5. And Alessander goes down below deck. Gives you all a bow. Congratulates you on the first phase. And as he does, he says to you all, "We will meet again when I am needed. For now, use what you've learned. Hopefully, you will be better prepared for what comes."
So you're leaving?
I'm going to bed. Unless, of course, there are any questions that you would ask of me.
Not at the moment, Moss.
My brain's already exploding.
Yep. He heads off back below deck to get a good night's sleep. While leaving the rest of you above deck just before sunset. Is there anything that anybody wants to do before the end of day 3, or you all go for another long rest and regain any fatigue points that you might have spent? Any?
Right.
Do any of you spend time meditating? Do any of you?
I think we should do the meditation thing with the dragons. You know, of course.
I'm meditating.
That's something. That's just what we're gonna do. Before we all lay down, you know, and start taking watches, we just do that first. That's my. But yeah.
He also does mention that the meditation ties directly into the Aether points. You'll read
yeah,
that.
yeah.
That that is a way to rejuvenate that. Cleansing and forging become very important.
Yeah, I saw that there's a whole list of things we can do, which means that we can use these things. So yeah, gotta be careful
they
with
are
them. But yeah.
As DM, right? I don't want to push this on you guys. So they are completely optional.
Oh,
You can go through this entire campaign and never use it. That's an option, and just rely on your class. But
I already have game mechanic wrecking ideas.
oh yeah.
I'm sure you do. Sure you do. So night falls, and passes uneventful. Morning comes. In the early morning light, who among you do you think would be the first to rise?
Absolutely.
In real life and in game.
Yep. The old army, man.
Oh yeah, military. Yeah, that ruins you.
So, as you wake up to see the sunrise, make a perception check for me as you stand on the gun rail looking out over the river at a new landscape.
I squints, taking in the light of the day.
As you squint out into the light, something odd catches your eye. as you are scanning the distant shore. The sun's reflecting off of the river. You see something break the water. Dark in color. Not like a silvery flash of a fish. Something breaks the water. And as you scan down, you don't see anything because the light on this side of the boat is reflecting up at you. So you get the idea, go to the other side. As you go to the other side of the boat, and you look over the gunwale and you just watch, you see a shape push out. But the shape isn't moving serpentine. The shape, the back half of it pushes under the water and then disappears down deeper. Taz, 10 minutes goes by, you wake up. Oh, I'm sorry, Merrick, 10 minutes goes by, you wake up. Umari follows not long after. And in the time that it takes the rest of the party to wake up, come to the deck, you've seen this thing, as you're looking for it now, appear several times.
Okay.
Getting closer and closer to the boat.
Eric. Come here, look at this. Point it out the next time it approaches.
Now, hang on. Merrick just climbs up top of the mast. He's getting as high as he can, and he's looking down on the water to get the best view. And he's just going to point as he sees them to Taz.
I'll say make a perception check, but your baseline
Absolutely.
is 19. You will see what Taz sees.
Okay. All right.
If you get higher than 19, you get more.
What turn out as
Yeah.
here?
As Taz points down, right as it breaks water again, you immediately recognize the shape. That's an octopus,
Okay.
but that is not. First of all, it's a fucking octopus in a river.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Weird. Second, that octopus is bigger than anything you've ever even heard of.
Okay.
Third, that octopus is not a normal color. Now, you know that octopus can change the color.
Yeah.
You know enough about creatures in general that they
They have their camouflage for their environment,
they have the
whatever it
camouflage,
is.
but this is not a natural color.
Okay.
That's what you pick up from your height at a 21.
All right. And do I see just the one? And I'm scanning. I'm looking for others. And I'm pointing where that one is as I see it. It's just,
So, Taz, you see one here. Merrick, from where you are, I'd say you're up in the
Yep.
crow's nest. You see something out here.
I just yell down whoever's at the helm. I assume it's the captain.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, we've got company. And I point. So I get his attention so he knows what's happening.
Ring the bell.
As you yell this, Merrick and Taz, you all feel the boat suddenly just start to list to one side. No impact. It just starts to list way farther than it ever has, and then it drops back down. Slowly it comes to level.
That would suck up in the masts.
Hmm.
Oh yeah,
Slingshot it
Merrick,
around.
you are just like In the crow's nest.
Hanging
like,
on.
Yeah. So, what do you guys do in this moment?
I'm gonna send my.
We'll do a round robin. Umari, what do you do?
I'm gonna send the Foden up. Give him the command, scout, and watch him fly up. And then I am going to run up to the front. Is this like an anything elevated right here up on the top of this little perch right here, or no? Like, I want to be able to see both. I'm hoping I can see both sides of kind of elevated, but I don't know how high up or if it goes up at all on that little perch.
Yeah. So the deck is flat right up, but the gunrail kind of goes up.
Yeah.
Then the bow of the boat goes up and out.
Okay, I
But the
want to
deck
stand.
is flat.
There should be like a platform outside the gunnel where you can stand. It's not very secure though. It's like a framework at best. Because there's rigging that has to be handled there.
Okay, I'm gonna stand right here, wherever this is. Hopefully, it's a little higher.
Okay. Yeah, you can make a perception check. Your baseline is 19. Actually, your baseline now is 21. If you get higher than 21, you know more than Merrick.
Jesus.
I can, I'll touch his shoulder and say nothing.
Okay. So at a 21 perception, like with all of you communicating with each other and telling each other what's going on, yeah, Umari, you immediately see what Taz is looking at off the rail, this direction. Like there's this something that is bigger than a fish should be in a river this size, as far as you're concerned.
Okay.
And it breaks the water, and it's got this weird color and all of this. So you know what Merrick knows. And so do you, Taz. So as Lofoten goes up and around, anybody else sending their dragons up before I ask for this?
Yes.
My dragon's just jumping up the mast to be next to me.
Okay.
So,
Everybody make perception checks for their dragons,
okay.
please.
Alrighty.
Again, baseline 21 goes up from there. Assuming you guys are all talking to each other and shouting stuff out, and the crew is helping and all that.
Oh, guidance on
Holy,
the code. We'll get it
Holy
right there. I got a
crap.
fucking baby's killing it.
Okay. With that nat 20 from Baby, Baby notices that there are five of these things circling the boat. And then, in the briefest of moments, Taz, you get the image of something 2 to 3 times the size of these others floating that you've seen so far. But it's the briefest, 6 in total. One potentially much larger, could be the same size. Hard to tell, but there's something there. And as the captain shouts out orders to the crew to tighten things up and open the sails and start moving and booking it, to get away from, because as you guys are pointing this out to him, he looks over and notices the something breaking the water. You guys start trying to get out of the way.
Right.
Then the top side of the boat starts to list. And you see tentacles flop up onto the boat. This really odd, strange, unnatural color. This octopus. With that perception check, you all notice that there is something about the skin that is these creatures are not supposed to be here. They are purplish in color, which reminds you very much of the color of the insects. Something you don't know how they're connected or if they're even connected, but this is very similar. Everybody roll initiative, please.
Mm-hmm.
I should have learned my meta magic before this. Okay.
Nice. We got the net 20. Oh, no. Hey,
Must have been your guy.
it might have been. I don't know. So, as we begin into this, another one of these creatures, you see three tentacles, and it sloughs its way up the side of the boat and onto the deck. One tentacle shoots out and grabs one of the deckhands. This is Boulder, and I'm going to try and wrap him up in a tentacle.
I think our dudes are in order. Did you start combat?
No, that would help, yeah. There we go. Okay. So,
Moten's missing there. And
did you roll for Lafoten? Nope,
I thought I did. Oh,
I got him.
it still hasn't sorted them.
It should have started.
Mine's
At least on my side.
Yeah, I was gonna say mine's sorted.
At the top, the combat carousel.
All right. Well, this octopus reaches out and Boulder manages to catch it and kind of like go under it, just barely missing. Another one goes out to Volasnar. Uh, 19.
Oh yeah, that definitely gets.
Okay.
Is there damage associated with that?
It's some pretty relaxing music here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. So let's change that.
Ouch.
I literally just noticed it as you said it.
I pulled up my tabletop audio and I added it as an input to my OBS, and it has like rigging groans, bull wash, sound effects. So you'll hear it in the recording later.
Nice.
I'm curious to see how it comes out.
Fantastic. Thank you. I hate music in Foundry.
Oh, please.
So,
But before you go, it's pronounced Gunnel,
Gunnel.
not Gunwale. Gunnel.
Thank you.
It hurts my brain.
That's fine. I appreciate the correction. 11 points of damage as this tentacle wraps around Volasar, and he is currently grappled.
Oh, okay.
All right. Jock screams like a little girl and immediately starts down and runs as fast as his little gangly legs can take him. Right. Let's see. This one. Okay. That's strange. Baby, you're up. Very nice. Dexterity saving throw. Is that? Yep, that just makes it. So, that's 13 points of damage. This octopus is not particularly happy about that. Its rubbery hide immediately starts curling up. The tentacles, wrap up on themselves as Baby just washes this thing in flame. All right. This guy is going to attempt to attack State. What is this? Nope, I'm gonna do it this way. Oh, jeez. Trying to use Argon and the character sheet, that's not... Oh, hang on. Sorry about that. This guy is going to Captain Arabane dodges under one of the tentacles, and then another one comes around. And this time hits him smack along the side. And you can all hear the suction as these things are just pulling. Each suction cup is just pulling against coat and cloth and skin, and these things are gnarly. Next. Mari, you're up. Volusnar, you're on deck. You're muted if you're talking.
Yep, sorry.
Yep.
I'm gonna hurl at this one that's on the side of the boat here. This the one that's been injured already. I'm gonna hurl a magic missile at that motherfucker.
Nice.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to figure out inventory. Yeah, I'm on my spell book. Action. It's been a while since I've used. Yeah, how do I do it? And I thought if I click it.
So if you mouse over magic missile, there's a little D20 that shows
okay, got it.
picture.
Did I not have that? Do I have to select the creature?
It looks like you have a little yellow dot over there.
Okay.
So you just mouse over and hit T and it'll target it. 1,
What do I get?
3. If you're casting it at level 1.
Yeah.
2, 3. Nice. So that's 4, 6, 5, 11 points of damage. Not bad. As the flames finally die off and this thing is smoking, it looks up with these huge bulbous eyes, and if you could see one of them go a little bit wider as 3 missiles go and slam into it.
Okay, and then
Bonus action movement.
no, I think I'm gonna stay where I'm at in my turn.
Okay. Volusnar.
Volusnar is just, this is horrific because I assume he's kind of got smoothish scales, so it really draws a section. His mouth just, it looks like it's watering from, being hungry, only it's acid. And he just, out of abhorrent, being appalled, bites this thing.
Nice.
I will use 2 ether points to take that to a 17 and try.
15 hits.
Oh, 15 hits? Okay.
15 hits. I mean, these things are pretty big and squishy. They're not hard to hit, but... Damn. Very nice. So, 13.
That's really all he can do. I don't think he gets 2 attacks, right?
Yeah, no, this guy... well, he does. He gets a bite and a claw.
All right, then yeah, he's...
So as he bites into the tentacle that's holding on to him, the acid just sizzles, and you all smell rancid fish. 12 hits.
Okay then.
And he gets a couple more points as he like pushes his claws down into the tentacle that he's biting and kind of pulls up. Bonus action movement.
That's
He's
it.
grappled.
Well, he's grappled, so you can't do
He's
anything else.
grappled. So. All right. This big, goofy dude all of a sudden goes into a very serious face and pulls out like a billy club and just double-handed slams it down onto the tentacle that's holding Volasnar. No, so that's this thing is not looking good. Is not happy, and just like slowly sliding, but like trying to catch and keep itself onto the deck.
All right.
From behind you, Merrick, you see another creature, another of these octopus crawling up onto the deck. That's its turn to get there, and it'll dash to get there. That's that turn.
Wow.
Merrick, you're up.
Dashing octopuses. What the? This is just
They
so
have action
alien to
economy
him.
too. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I know. But this is horrifying. Big purple slimy things come crawling up. I'm not happy. That's why I'm at the farthest distance I can get, and I'm laying into this guy with my longbow that's on Volasnar's pulse. And,
That definitely hits.
I didn't mean to click that button, by the way. That was
okay.
All right. As the arrow sinks into this thing, right in the big bulbous part of its head, the tentacle goes lax around Volasnar, and the body sloughs and just slides off the side of the boat.
Then, watching just out of the corner of his eye, kind of watching that as it happens, just take another shot at this guy down here. Just dashed. Oh. Not used to this moving so quick.
Bonus action, movement.
No.
As
No,
you're on deck.
Not yet.
I guess he's done. Alright, I'm going to see the one fluff off the side there. I'm gonna change my moves. I'm gonna start moving. I cast Spiritual Guardians.
Well, shit. How about that?
And as I move there, he is going to have to roll DC 15.
Okay. DC 15.
Wisdom.
Wisdom.
He succeeds, so he takes 8.
Okay. Alright, what does your spirit guardian look like? Out of curiosity.
It almost looks like shadows of fallen soldiers, friends possibly, that have come back to protect him.
That's dope.
Kinda floating through the air. At times you can see as they float by you, they'll just turn suddenly and look at you, and it's almost like someone you can recognize.
Goosebumps, dude.
And then that's it.
Okay. This old guy, Klein just kind of looks up. He's got a broom in his hand. He's got this, like, fuck you face on. And just, like, grabs the broom and just starts shuffling towards these things. 10, 15, 20, 30. And he makes it. He gets up to it. And just takes the broom and just, like, jams it into it. Just, like, both hands just starts, like, trying to shove it off the side of the boat. One of the tentacles
cool.
just wraps around it, and now they're just playing tug of war with this broomstick. Lafoten. Eric.
Oh, sorry.
Lafoten is up. Yep.
Okay, well, Putin is going to. I don't know how the flying mechanics work here, but I guess I'll move.
Oh, so if you right-click on Lafoten, there's a 0 next to him.
Yeah.
Change the height to be 5, 10, 15 feet, whatever height you want him to be at, and hit enter.
Got it. Okay, well, he flew over here, but what he really wants to do is go down, and he wants to do kind of flight attacks. He's going to go down and try to bite, and then try to fly back up, and then rather than getting on the ground next to him, he's going to try to go down and bite like the back of his neck, and then try to fly away. I don't know if that works.
Yeah. So you can get his bite.
Does that take a attack?
Half your movement, let's say, attack, and then the rest of your movement to get out.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it would do that.
Yeah, it would be an attack of opportunity as soon as you left the.
Okay. All right. Well, then I'm not going to do that. So what he's going to do is he's going to fly over here, and he's going to try to while he's. Ooh. Would I get advantage for this if I'm? Is that technically flanking?
You would. Yes.
Sweet. So he's going to bite him.
All right.
So I guess he'll go down. I'll change his height. That is 0. And he is going to attack.
There you go.
Right at him. Attack. Damage.
18 definitely hits. Go ahead and roll damage. You get a bite and a claw. Damn.
Jeez. So I have to re-roll my other attack one for the claw, correct? It's not
Correct.
just one attack roll. Okay.
Yep.
All right, so he'll come up here. And that's gonna be a hit. Dude, that claw's badass. All right, and then that'll end his turn.
All right. So it's those two attacks immediately huge chunks taken out of this thing. It is not particularly happy with that.
Okay.
All right, bonus action, movement, anything else?
Hold on. I don't think I have. I think the other things are like more attack. The ability, they're attacks. So, bonus action. Oh no, hold on a second. That's a bonus action. Oh, well, no, that's okay. Yeah, I'll just end my turn.
Okay. Yeah, you do have the Photon does have a bonus action that he could use, but that's
Okay, hold on a second.
if you're not using it on purpose. I don't want to like.
I don't really care about that right now. Yeah, I'm fine. I can end my turn.
All right. Captain Airbane pulls out a longsword from his belt and takes two swings at this thing that is like he's got one hand on the helm trying to keep it straight as he got this other the sword, and he's just like swinging at this thing that's trying to wrap him up. So a 17 and a 16 both hit. That's 19. Takes two huge, just wide swings at this thing. There's just so much moving around. He hits no matter where he swings. Huge gashes. All right, next.
Nicely done, Airbane.
From behind you, Taz, as you yell this out to Arabane, you hear a wet, squish on the deck. As a fourth one of the 5, maybe 6 that Baby sent you images of.
DC 16 wisdom.
You got it.
Pretty pathetic. You might as well fail that. Or 15, sorry.
Let's see. There we go.
Oof. You and your saving rolls, eh? Very nice.
Mm.
So he takes a big 3.
All right.
Where is Arabane on the deck right now?
Back
Where's
to
his
back.
token?
Everybody at the
I
helm of the
understand.
ship.
Okay, whatever.
Okay. He will use his action to get up to you, Taz, but that's as much movement as he's got. Then this one is on the side of the ship. You see more tentacles coming up, but that's as far as it can get. We are back at the top of the round. And maybe you're up.
What's her flying speed? 35.
Oh. Let me fix the hit points there for you too.
Then 15. Gonna drop 5 feet, and baby's gonna try and bite this one here. $17. I'd hit C.
17 hits. Go ahead and roll damage. She chomps down with little flames looking out of the corners of her mouth. Which one was this? This was this one?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's now badly, and follow up with a claw. Oh,
Oof. As it recoils, the claw goes wide and just catches air.
that's it.
Okay. Mari.
Okay, I'm going to.
Volasnar, you're on deck.
So I have a question. The
Yes.
I have a staff in my inventory.
Mm-hmm.
Can that be used as a bonus action, or is that considered an action because it's? If you read the description of that.
Yeah. Under properties, it says an action.
Oh, thank you.
Use an action to do that.
Okay, if that's the case, I'm going to. Okay, I don't want to do that anymore. I'm going to attack the one that is in front of Lafoten, the same one that Lafoten injured near death.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll do this. We'll launch another spell. That thing spells.
This thing is just getting hammered from all sides, and its tentacles are not even like reaching out to anything. They're just flopping everywhere.
Oh, hold on. Why did I just roll damage? Oh, magic
You
missile.
don't have to hit with magic
Optimistic.
missile. It's
Yep.
Always.
yep. You can just
Oh
roll
my
damage.
God. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Oh my God. You gotta be fucking kidding me.
Oh, that's
Wow.
each missile is aiming for the body, and as it does, it's just like a tentacle just catches it. So it's still doing damage, but not as much as you'd want. This thing is just on the verge. Its eyes are bloodshot, filled with blood.
Okay, well, hmm. What is that? Okay, I think that will, that'll end my turn.
Okay. Alrighty. Volasnar, you're up.
Did it jump over your giant octopus after baby? The one that's
Oh, yeah,
next
the
to
one-
Erebane.
yeah, the one in front of Omari in that order.
You know what? I think what might have happened is I think I hit end of turn on baby, and then you might have hit it on your end as well.
Yes. You are right.
You can just back up,
Alright.
though. That's the nice thing.
It is just going to take 2 swings at the captain.
Sorry, Captain.
I can't even see the captain on my board. It's invisible.
Steve.
There?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's just, I just see the stone thing underneath. I guess he's standing on some stone. Oh, there we go. Now I can see him.
All right, there you go.
Now I don't. But I saw him when you just moved him.
Oh, there's a little shadow point for the mast. He's hiding behind it.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it's just a vision thing. Okay, yeah.
He's literally
It's-
standing
it-
right behind the mast in perfect line.
Right.
So we're
He's like,
about
"Well,
that.
come on,
is
guy."
that- So this is
Kind of
more of
like-
like, it looks kind of like a light shadow, whereas the other system, it's like black. Like you can't.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. So that's the difference between Roll20 and Foundry, is that the Fog of War lets you see what you've already seen. You just
Got it.
can't see what's new. All
Okay.
right. So 16. Oof.
Ooh.
Captain just barely ducks under the first one. And the second one just flies out of the side as he's ducking under. One of them catches him right in the thigh and just starts grabbing on. Captain is now grappled. And as he's being grappled, his hand loses contact with the helm.
Right. Oh boy.
And suddenly the boat starts just ever so gently going in this direction towards the shore
Okay.
with no one guiding it.
We're veering. Gotcha.
It's Volasnar, your turn.
Volasnar looks around. You see this, the sharp look of Volasnar as he looks at Baby and Lafoten tearing this thing up. And a whole crowd of people here, and the captain is over there basically by himself. So he, like a gecko just speeding along the wall, runs along there and immediately just tries to take another bite. It seemed to do a good thing last time.
Nice.
Damn.
Okay.
What does that bite look like?
Hold on now. It's not that much, so actually, I'm gonna go. Can I go ahead and do my claw attack roll and then flavor it?
Mhm.
Okay. Mhm. Okay, so I assume the thing's not dead at the end of all this.
No, but it is.
Okay, all right.
It is not. It's not looking great.
Yeah. I have a climbing speed. Can I climb on its back, dig my claws in, and bite it?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Then yeah. Just Velocinar just like a gecko just comes up and just lands on its back, digs his claw into him, and on one arm, and then bites right between the eyes behind him, like he's going for the brain. So, and that's that.
As he bites down between the eyes, you all hear a sizzling sound as some of the acid from Volasnar's mouth kind of leaks into one of the eyes.
And yeah, and he's gonna stay there, and we can't do anything else without leaving. He's not gonna leave. So.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Did it calculate the critical damage?
Unless so, I don't know if it did. Nope.
No, it did not.
So what I did was I just doubled it. I
Yeah.
took the 9 and I doubled it.
Oh.
Alright. How's this thing look?
Near
It
death,
looks
apparently.
beat down. Like as the acid is melting into its eye, like one of its eyes is just destroyed.
Okay. All right.
This thing is not looking great. And this guy is gonna run up and help the captain. Same thing. You hear him shout, "Let's go, my captain!" And takes a big old billy club and just smashes into it. It's a club. Like, it's a very squishy thing, so it does some damage, but it's just kind of like, just bends with it. This one is going to send one out to Klein.
He's gonna take some damage first.
I will.
Because my old buddies are swarming him with their little mystical axes. So he'll take 6.
6 points of damage. One of the tentacles reels back and starts towards Klein as 3 of these spirit guardians just slam into its side and push it off the boat.
Hey.
Nice.
All right. Merrick, you're up. Taz, you're on deck.
All right. Seeing a whole crowd here. One of them is just knocked. Just took 2 of them out. He looks out that one way over there by his Velocinar and just. Yeah. Come on, man. Complete it. There we go.
All right, which one are you hitting?
The one I'm targeted, the one the Velocinar is biting.
Yep, Captain. Okay.
Slides an arrow down.
That hits. And as the arrow sinks in again, just thunk, thunk, and two of them, you first hit this one like that, and you just follow up, and another one bites
No,
the
no,
dust.
I hit the. Oh no, I was hitting not that guy, the guy over here that I'm targeted on.
Which one is that?
The one by the captain.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
oh, he's
Yeah.
dead.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and that one's dead. That one's dead. He's like, okay, and then he just whips right around to there. And, he's gonna shoot at the one in the middle of everybody.
Okay, 6 points of damage to this guy.
Okay, and I think that's really. Let me take a quick look. Why am I showing? Did I ever take damage? I'm missing a whole bunch of hit points. I don't know why. I've been up in the mass. I don't think I took any damage.
From leveling,
But anyway.
did it not bump it up?
Maybe that's it. Yeah, maybe that's
Yep.
it. Thank
There you go. No worries. All right.
Yep, that's it.
Anything else?
That's it.
All right,
Nope.
Tez,
Nope, nope.
you're up.
All right, I'm gonna pivot. I'm gonna point at the octopus right behind me. You're gonna hear the very dolorous sounding bell just kind of fill the air.
What kind of save am I rolling now?
You see 15. Jesus.
Damn, these guys are just nailing it.
Oh yeah, sorry, it was should have
Wait,
been
wait.
disregards 2d12s. Because he's missing.
I was,
Saving throw.
yeah, I rolled the wrong saving throw. Let's try that again. Still nailed it. So,
Still had lots. Yeah. Oh, that's too bad.
so 8.
Why does it say -6? I don't know what that's about. Yeah, so 22, so half of that, 11.
11 points of damage. Okay. As Toll the Bell, or Toll the Dead, rings out, several of the tentacles behind it, kind of stabilizing it on the deck, just like start spasming in reaction.
Why does that say -6? I mean, it took you from 11 to 8.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm done.
Okay. The lion is gonna go around to this side and just start trying to like shove the other one off the side of the boat in this direction. And you just hear he's mumbling under his breath, and occasionally you hear "get off." So the octopus just kind of grabs the edge of the broom and just snaps it in half as he's holding on to it. And he kind of just starts going back and shoving it at him with a sharp ended now. All right. Lofoten, you're up.
Alright, Lofoten is going to move. Let's see. What's the foot have? 30 feet? Yeah. Oh, flying 35. Is that, do I get, how many movement? Like, can I go up and then over and then down all with, is vertical, horizontal, and then vertical down included in all of your total movement of 30?
Correct. So you have 30 feet of flying movement. So you could use 30 feet of ground movement and 5 foot of flying movement.
Oh, I see.
Right. You see what I'm saying? So you have a total of 35 if you're flying, total of 30 if you're on the ground, mix and match.
All right.
But
Well,
either way,
then
you can't go.
if that's the case, then the Foten is going to move to right here. I can't because I have token collide. Okay.
I can move it. Here, there you go.
Well, I want to get. Hold on. Let me go back here because what I want to do is I want to maximize my movement for my next round if it goes that far. So I want to go to right. I don't know. Can you guys see when I do this measure? Or no? Okay, I'm trying to get right.
Hold down your mouse.
Trying to get right here. Sorry, I'm trying to get right here, which is 30 feet from where he was.
Right.
30 feet from where he was.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, with flying, you could get there. You
Okay.
basically would just hop, like, up and over.
Right. But when I try to do that, it's the system is throwing an error token collide. I can't move my
it's not letting
token
you
over
move
there.
through. You have to move over
Yeah.
to the side and to him.
I don't know if that's. Oh shit! I'm just sticking.
That's the only
Sticking to the
downside of
basic.
that.
I'm just sticking to the base.
There you go.
All right. So really, what I want to do is, okay, there we go. That's 30 feet.
Okay.
Does that
There
work?
you go. Yep. Perfect.
Perfect. So now he will attack with his claw.
Make sure you're targeting the creature, not yourself.
Okay, I thought I was.
I see a little purple dot over top of the floating.
All right. There we go.
There you
That
go.
better?
Yep.
Okay, let's do this. Attack.
16 hits. Good. Roll damage.
Okay. And then I will bite him. Sorry.
Is it okay?
Oh, baby. baby.
Nice.
Whoa, boy.
Oh, baby.
Isn't that Lafotan's second nat 20 on
No,
this?
he has
On
another
fight?
match. Yeah. So did that give me? You're doubling that as well? Is that already doubled? That's not.
That is doubled. Right, because you get a 1 and a 2, and then so that's 3 doubled to 6. Right?
Yep.
No, that's
No.
your strength modifier,
This
so it's 3 doubled to 6 plus 3 is 9.
Okay. And then. Well, I mean, he's badly injured. I don't really need to use this bonus action. Doesn't really tell me much right now. Nothing that I don't need, that we're not comfortable with. So that'll end his turn.
Okay. As Lafotan bites into it, ice just crackles and forms around a good 15 inches of this creature's skin. And then he puts the pressure down, and all of that ice just cracks. And parts of this creature just fall off in solid chunks. Erebane, pulling off this huge tentacle around his waist, grabs onto the helm and starts redirecting the boat back in its orientation. This guy is going to take a shot at, after he rolls a wisdom save.
DC 15.
Yeah.
There we go. Oh, time you fail one.
It's 18 points of
18.
damage. Is going to do something and then doesn't. And falls limp as the long lost friends of Tad's just swirl up like a hive and just dive into this thing and then burst out. Bits and pieces and chunks go flying across the deck.
Nice.
Give my shield a little shake.
This guy manages to get himself back up onto the deck and just takes the place of the other one. I'll move him out of the way so that I can see. And
Oh, wrong one.
unfazed by the death of his brethren, just dives right into all of it. And immediately starts getting pummeled.
Oh, did I? I rolled the wrong one twice. Here it
Oh,
comes.
Toll the Dead. Yeah. Toll the Dead.
15.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
He's also at half movement, if that means anything.
Not at the moment. So, he's going to take a swipe at Lofoten. 24 hit.
Oh, cool.
Lofoten takes 11 points of bludgeoning damage and is grappled.
11 points. Damn.
He's going to take a swing at you, Taz. Do the same. Right, that's its turn. The shield comes up, and you're flaring as bats this huge tentacle off of it. Suddenly, the boat starts to list again to this side. And a tentacle 3 times the size that you have seen drops up onto the deck, and then another, and another. And this massive thing just pulls itself up onto the deck. The boat is currently leaning at almost a 45. I'd like everybody to make dexterity saves, please.
For both characters?
For both characters, yep.
I think I get some kind of.
Might be an athletics or an acrobatics check. Or just straight up dex.
You could do either, yeah.
I'm gonna try and grab onto the mast then. Athletics.
says sure-footed.
No problem.
He's still facing this other octopus. Just grab onto the mast. Don't move a second. Don't budge.
Missing out on some of my.
Baby's flying.
Okay. Yep.
Not looking.
Okay, so we just need Umari and Lafoten.
What? Oh. Nice.
Very nice. Is Lafoten staying on the deck, or is he flying up?
Can he do that instead of throwing, saving? Can he actually do that?
I mean,
Actually,
as a reaction, right? Baby would have taken a reaction to just start.
Well, technically, the Foten flew over. I guess. Remember, he kind of had
Yeah,
to
he
go
was
up.
in the air, actually. He was in the air. I
Flew
think.
over when he took a bite out of the thing, so he was already kind of like, I guess, the minimum.
Would it affect him at all?
Well, he is actually grappled by the
I'm
octopus.
grappled. Oh,
Oh.
No, no.
oh yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
you would,
so
yeah,
yeah.
it would affect you.
Yeah.
Okay, so I need to roll a dexterity, right?
Umari needs to roll a dex, which you already did. So it looks like the only one that failed.
I haven't rolled the Foten yet.
You don't have to because he's grappled.
Oh, okay.
The octopuses don't seem to be affected by this. Is Boulder as he slides and like does one of these moves right into this massive creature below him. This
Did I
octopus,
fail? Didn't I fail it as well?
Merrick.
No,
What did you get?
Velocinar.
Merrick, you got a 15.
No,
Nope.
Velocinar 11. Velocinar fast?
Okay, yeah. So Volasnar starts sliding 5, 10, 15, 10 feet down, kind of hits the gunnel and starts to go. You get the sense that if he doesn't find his footing, he could go up and over.
Gotcha.
All right. This guy is going to take a swing at the captain. There we go. Why is this popping? Go away. Thank you. Okay. It's going to take a swing at the captain. That one. Captain just holds on to the helm and just ducks behind it as a tentacle just slams into it. He's going to take a swing at Boulder at advantage, actually. Because he is right there. Ouch. That's gonna suck. So that is... you see Boulder disappear into this creature's flesh. And just hear a muffled and silence. And with his third one, he's going to take another swing at the captain. Captain Airbane is just too wiry, and he's seen the moves. He knows what to expect now. Turns out Captain Airbane is a badass. Baby, you're up.
Sorry, Baby was 5 feet in the air, so she wouldn't have been affected by that rolling ship. Yeah, so she's gonna fly over and take a chunk out of this guy.
Go for it.
Or not.
Baby goes over and tries to bite into it. But unlike the smaller ones, she tries to get some of the meatier part. It is much tougher. It's just like pulling on a rubber band.
Overcooked calamari.
Got you with a claw.
Claw. Nice pointy object. Right sinks into it.
Oh, also in your combat tracker, can you hide defeated opponents as an option?
Let's see.
Just because my combat carousel is like super long with all the dead
Yeah,
people.
there's so many things on there.
So that might clear that up, maybe? Oh, yeah.
Better?
Did you do it manually?
Yeah.
Okay. But there should be an option to do it, but that looks better. Thank you.
Great.
And that's
No
it for Baby.
Okay. And you ended Baby's turn. So, Mari, you're up.
Okay, Umari is going to. Now, I have a question for you, DM.
Yes.
So, technically, if I had leveled up, I would have had 4 of these, but I only had 3 coming into combat. Can I use 4 of these slots, or these? Yeah, or no? Will you give me 4?
4 of what?
First level.
Spell
I only
slots?
had 2. Like, I came into this. Huh?
Yeah. Oh, I see what you're saying. You're
I had
missing
3
a
of 4.
slot? Yes.
But,
You
so I
would've
get.
needed-
I've only used 2.
Correct. Yep, there you go. Done.
Okay, cool. Alright. Thank you. Alright, so I'll just.
Thank you.
I'm gonna hit this guy right next to Taz. And the same. Oh, I'm on bonus action. Actually. What level am I? I have a question for you. Also, sorry, this is just rules. I should know.
Yep.
When it says like one of my cantrips is a spell, when it says that the spell's damage increases by 1 die when you reach X level, that's X level of the class that this spell is for, or my overall level.
Overall level.
Cantrips are overall.
All right. Okay. Well, then I'm gonna actually cast as my action. I'm gonna cast Toll the Dead on the one that is next to Taz.
Bells just going off on this boat. Wait, Taz and Mari.
Yeah, you targeted yourself.
Oops, sorry.
Yeah.
Remember, he's injured, so it's 2d12s.
D12s. Yeah, that's right. That's why I'm rolling this one, because I'm at 5th level. That's right. Alright, so
Yeah, if
So
their
you
hit
have to do
points are at full, you roll 2d8. If they're injured at all, you roll 2d12.
right. Oh, I roll.
Mhm.
Yep. That's this thing.
Oh, okay. So I have to do. Okay. Sorry, I rolled the wrong thing. There we go.
4.
Those are 2D.
Yeah,
Those are
those are
D20s.
2Ds. I'm just gonna roll 2. So I haven't done this before. 2D.
Down in the
1d20.
dice tray. Actually,
Right.
yeah.
In the Toll of the Dead spell, you should have a button that says damage. Roll damage.
Yep.
So you click that, and then a little menu will pop up, and you want to change it to versatile roll, because the versatile roll up for that is 1d12. Or d12 rather than d8. Like in the chat box on the right hand side.
Yeah.
Yeah. Should
All I have
say
is saving throw DC 15 wisdom, and if I click that, it's gonna run
No.
roll a d.
Go up farther. There should be maybe the other one has it. No? Okay, well, if you can't find it, then just go to the very bottom of the screen and click on the
Roll
D12 twice and then hit roll.
Nice. Takes the full 9.
Okay, and then is Taz coming up? Yes, he is. And then as my movement, I'm going to move right up here behind the octopus, and that will end my turn.
Very nice. Volosnar.
Yeah. Takes a quick look around and just kind of instantly he's in flight basically, and just goes right. It looks like he's scrambling over the top of this thing. Come on, move. Is it my turn yet? Don't let me move Velocimar. Oh, I'm in measurement. What the hell? Yeah. You just go into there, just over the deck on him, and then just goes to lay into him again.
Okay. Fighting the claw.
Yeah, comes in, anchors himself, and stops using his claws and back.
Okay. 16 hits.
And it, how's it do? Rakes across its back, pulls himself to a stop, and then bites down as hard as he can.
Also hits. So the sharp teeth sink in. You hear the sizzling sound of flesh being dissolved.
He's just holding
Burning
on.
rubber.
And that's it for me.
Okay. He is to make Boulder is just limp in this thing's grasp. Merrick, you're up.
This big ass thing doesn't look good at down here. So, Eric does not like what he sees. He focuses and casts Hunter's Mark on it. His new quarry, studying it carefully. And he will take a nice shot with his blade.
That does it.
So it's that damage. And then from Hunter's Mark. Not a lot. Now, does Hunter's Mark also, is it just one shot or any shots that I take? I can't remember.
So I think it's any
Any-
shot.
Whenever you hit it with a weapon.
Yep.
Right. Yep, subsequent turns. Yeah, so, yeah. And yeah, he takes another shot at it. Looking down, watching his goth buddies killing the cephalopods. You know, it's like, what the hell? Ooh,
That definitely hits. Yeah. I didn't roll damage on that.
there's that.
Yeah.
And that gets Hunter's Mark, which is another D6.
You'd already be adding it. Is
So
it?
what? No. I
Nope.
don't think so.
Nope.
Nope.
Go ahead.
All right. Toom, toom. And that's it. He uses his bonus, and he is not climbing down. He is okay up here.
Fair enough. The several hits coming and slamming into it. It's quickly getting worn down. Tess.
I'm gonna try and hit this guy with my hammer of justice.
Okay.
Big sting.
Merrick, while we're back, if you'd like, you can make a nature check for me.
Absolutely.
You see that hammer of justice swing. That's a very justicey swing.
Actually, I get another one just because he's flanked. Just see if it's a 20. No. Okay, so damage 7.
Okay,
He's still up.
he is.
All right. So I'll bash him and then I'll turn and I'll yell over at Boulder. I say, get up, Boulder. It's no time to die.
Very nice.
I'll heal him for 8.
You you hear a very loud gasp of air as he from within the folds of this thing is kicking, and it sounds like that was a hell of a jolt. So,
And into yeah, I'll stay where I am.
you have one attack or two?
This one, I'm a cleric.
Ah, that's cool. All right. Lion is gonna take this broken broomstick and just try and like jam it down into this thing and see what happens. It just like pushes into he's very old arms, don't seem to be able to push, but he's a ornery old man that doesn't give a shit that this thing is just not phased by him. Lafoten, you're up.
Okay.
Before, actually, I'm sorry, Merrick,
Yes. What?
with that nature check,
Oh, yes.
these things, if they were, they look and act and feel like natural creatures. Something about them is driving them past the natural instinct to retreat despite the body harm. When an animal is so hurt and it has an escape route, you would know any normal natural creature would just turn and run.
At some point, they stop committing suicide.
Exactly. These things are not doing that.
Yeah,
They are
there's self-preservation involved here. They're just attacking.
Something's off. Something's weird.
Okay.
Okay, Amari.
Is the potent technically flanked?
Oh, I'm sorry, Lapotin. Yes.
Because this has or is no?
So he's just grappled, which means that he still can attack.
Oh. He cannot attack. I have to roll to
He
get out of the
he
grapple.
still can attack. He
Just can't move.
He just can't move. That's all.
Alright.
Thank
He's
you.
gonna fucking bite at this thing that's grappling him.
Who the hell hugged a dragon? Jesus. Suicidal.
He's way for thin though.
Let's see. Okay, he's actually not going to bite him. He is going to, because he's so fucking pissed off, he's gonna actually open up, you see his mouth open up, and fucking cold ice just shoots out of his mouth.
Nice. Very nice. So you're going to place a template on Lafotin and then hold control and scroll with your mouse to point it where you want it to be.
There, so it's the only thing that's gonna hit.
Perfect.
Alright, and then damage. I mean, you have to roll a DC 13, but I roll the damage now, right?
Yeah, let me just move it just here. There you go. Just make sure that Lafotin's not going to take it. Delete that, thank you. Alright. He needs to roll a DC con save. 17. So he takes half this.
So 8.
So 8 points of damage. Even still. This creature is not it's not looking good.
Okay.
Ice and things and like there are shards of ice that have formed up through the tentacles and are starting to like just spread and open the tentacle from the inside out.
Okay. So I might as well use it because why not? As a bonus action, I'm gonna do Soul Piercer on the Big Daddy, and I'm gonna. Oh, hold on. Do I have to target it? I mean, technically, one of his tentacles is within 30 feet, so I'll take that.
Yeah.
So I don't really know what to do here now because you have to
All right.
roll a DC. Hey,
failed.
look at that.
Failed.
Yeah, I would
No.
like to know. I would like to know the hit points for the Big Daddy.
Max 75, he's currently 36.
All right, and that'll end Lafotin's turn.
Ooh.
Very nice. Airbane is going to take a swing at this thing from behind the helm. He's just going to reach out and just do one big swing with his long sword. Totally whips it. Yeah. So it is.
Does he get a second attack or is he steering?
He's steering. Yeah, he's gonna try to like split between the two.
Sure.
This guy needs to
DC
make a
15.
nat 20.
20. So he takes 8.
Okay. The spirits just jam into this thing, but this thing just pushes past and is furious and does reach out to hit Taz. You first. And Klein. That hits.
Gotta get find some armor.
I don't know. 24 is pretty gnarly. And not only is Klein wrapped up and grappled, he's limp in its grasp. So, with that, it is the big guy's turn. And he is going to move with Boulder this way.
Drag me along or no?
Alright, he's gonna take the radiant damage.
But he's also going to take a swing at Taz, Volasnar, and the captain.
Does that give me an attack of opportunity? Or no?
No.
You need a dex saving throw?
This is at the captain. Just misses the captain. This one. Nope. Come on. Oh, I see. He's right on top of Baby. So, because Baby is just above him, he's going to take a swing at Baby.
Hmm.
10. Misses. And is going to take one more at you, Taz. Misses. These three huge tentacles are just flailing across the boat, and everybody is dodging and weaving and keeping away from this thing.
And
Maybe.
it has to roll the DC. For
Thank
that.
you.
Yes.
18.
18, so it took 8.
8. Roger that.
And it's Baby's turn. He's gonna try and sink her teeth in there and do them again.
Mm-hmm. Definitely is. Go ahead and roll damage.
9. Followed up by a claw. 22,
22 hit.
another 8, another 17 total.
Okay. This thing is looking really hurt. Umari, you're up.
Okay, just to clarify and be 100% accurate here, Action Surge would allow me to cast 2 spells on 1 turn, correct? Like I take an action of a spell and then Action Surge and take another spell? Or would...
No, I think Action Surge allows you to take another attack.
it takes an additional action.
Another
is what it
action.
says.
I actually was reading it. There's debate about how that rule is interpreted. They're saying raw is written, it technically does allow it, but they're fixing it in 5e.2 or something. I don't know. Let's recall.
Then we run with it. Let's run with it. Yeah. 2 actions.
Or alternatively, I could swing with my sword with 1 and then cast a spell with action surge, correct?
Yeah, that's definitely.
Okay.
So I'm going to target this dude next to me, and I get advantage flanking, and I'm going to hit him with my longsword.
Okay.
Actually, how can I tell how much damage that's going to do? Maybe I should do my... No, yeah, we'll do longsword. And that's with advantage. Okay.
And it's.
And then, oh yeah, see now versatile comes up on this one. It wasn't coming up on my the one from earlier that Kevin was saying.
The other one. Yep.
Okay, that's a 5.
Okay.
He's still...
And that one is.
He's dead?
You flip the longsword around and just go straight down and just sink it into it, right down to the deck, and it just stops.
Okay, I'm actually going to leave my sword in the deck, and then I'm going to action surge, which I guess I could just reduce that manually by 1. I don't think I have to do anything, I would imagine, or do I have to do this manually and roll 20? Or do I actually have to click it in? Oh yeah, I can roll it here. Yeah, this is way better. Do that. And then I'm going to cast a spell and shoot magic missiles at the big boy.
Alright.
Nice, nice. One more for the win.
Very
Very nice.
How do you want to do this, Mark?
Yeah. So it's just like I aimed at one eyeball, and then I aimed at the next eyeball, and then I just aimed right in between the eyeballs, and it's just like a freaking line of fire across his face.
As these magic missiles come slamming into it, one eye explodes, another eye explodes, and there's just oddly, you've never seen this in your magic missile. A hole burned through, crystallizing with ice. Your magic missile has never shown properties of ice before. It's the first time. And with that, as you all are breathing heavy and the deck is still leaning, this giant creature, losing its suction, falls off the side of the deck, and the boat just rights itself and you all kind of brace yourself and ride it out. There's still a few of these things just flopped on the deck, dead, not moving. We will end tonight's session here.
Nice.
Well done.
That was
And
fun.
we're glad you guys had a lot of fun. Take a look at your character sheets if there's something you want to change.